Hello and welcome to my organic Macon, Georgia garden. I'm Lisa Ann. Thank you for stopping by today. It is Saturday, October 3rd, and I just thought I would come out and do a brief update of what's happening in my garden. Alright, there's my row of turnips that I sowed, and I went back because they were sort of sparse and sowed more. So you can see some new ones popping up there. And then you can see the rows of broccoli and collard. And I also transplanted some head lettuces, the winter density, and this one has been eaten by a rabbit. And this one has been mowed off by a rabbit. So I have to put the row covers on this afternoon. There's one that the rabbit did not bother. So same here, this is mustard, but it got washed away by a heavy rain. So I came back and sowed more. So you can see all the little babies, and then I kind of dug a trench along the edge here and sowed mustard so that it would catch any water if it rained and any seeds. So that worked out nicely. Marigolds are still looking beautiful. Along this back fence, I sowed spinach, which is germinating. I was glad to see. The winter spinach is right here, and it is doing the best, I think. I later read that winter Bloomsdale is recommended for Georgia, so those might work out really nicely. So this row I sowed in turnip and rutabaga. You can see the two rows as they go all the way down. They did very well. And if we look to the left, growing all over the top of the asparagus is plenty of cowpeas. Still doing well. Same thing here with this tower. At the end, my winter radish that I sowed germinated. Some of them are flopped over because I just watered them. But those always do well here. If you've never grown winter radish, you should. They grow all through the winter and they taste delicious. Oh, and the green onions. My hoe and my rake are in the way. So one of the things that I have been doing this morning is I did remove the wild grape. It's gone. And I just sowed more mustard greens. The mustard greens are going to be a sort of nematode control, I hope. And I had my little heirloom onions, which I dug up and put here in this corner that gets used for nothing else. And then also down here, of course, my butterbeans are still going strong. You see little blooms and little baby butterbeans, they just keep going. Really nice. So those are doing great, and then I took some more of the heirloom onions and put them back here in this corner. They're perennial, means they keep coming back year after year, and these corners are used for nothing else. So hopefully it'll be a good use of space. My little jalapeno pepper has a pepper. That's exciting. The cowpeas, like I said, they're still producing. That's wonderful. There's a pretty gourd hanging there. And if we go outside, I did clean out a lot of my flowers that were diseased and dying in the front of the fence here. And you can see that there are lots of gourds. This one is drying already. It's very light. And then these green ones are super heavy. There's two hanging back there. See those? And then if we step over here, there's several. Do you see all those gourds? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. One of the things that I am very excited about is my Confederate Rose that I transplanted last year. I cut it on my birthday and rooted it. It is blooming. It is so gorgeous. The remarkable thing about it is when it first opens up, it's white. I don't have any white ones right now, only pink. Oh, how gorgeous. I've wanted one of these my whole life, and now finally I have a Confederate Rose. And I transplanted this beautyberry also last fall, and it grew so rapidly, and look at those beautiful purple berries. They contrast so perfectly with the chartreuse colored leaves. The mums are showing out while the 4 o'clocks are fading away. The Cleome is still going, but just barely. And there's a pretty marigold and another mum. That's one of my lemon plants right there. And look at the yard-long beans. They've got little buds on them, so I actually think that I'm going to get some yard-long beans. So beauty and function, just like I like it. And so back behind my chair there, I had planted a few slips of sweet potatoes, and they have just grown and are looking gorgeous. Can you see that the fig is still producing? There's a few ripe figs way up high, but we stopped getting the ladder out to try to get them. We're just letting the birds have the last ones, but oh, that's tempting. Like, I want to get up there and get that. And I did want to show you, I do have another muscadine plant that my father-in-law gave me. This is only its 2nd year, and you can see how it's growing right there. That's its main trunk, and it goes out 8 feet on each side. It had several muscadines on it. There's a few. Let me pick one. They're champagne colored, and they are the sweetest muscadines I've ever eaten, so I'm really excited about those. The toothache seeds that I sowed in this hanging basket have already bloomed. Is that not remarkable? I don't really know much about the toothache plant, but I understand you can chew on it and it will numb your mouth. I'm not going to try that, at least not yet. There's my corn shocks all dry. They look kind of, I don't know, well, they look festive as far as the time of year. I need some hay bales, pumpkins, and mums, but I'm not sure if I will do that or not. But I enjoy looking at them. I hope you enjoyed that little tour. I'm out here today with my lemon water because it's actually quite warm. I didn't check the temperature or the humidity. But you can hear the cicadas. That always means it's really hot. I wanted to share before I go a new trick. You can teach an old dog new tricks, right? So I've had this basket for 31 years. I used it in my wedding. I don't think it was the Flower Girl basket. No, it was what held the bird seed for people to throw. But anyway, I've kept it as a decorative piece, but I decided to start using it in my garden. I loaded up with the things that I need for the day. Gloves, a couple pair of gloves actually, clippers, seed packets, scissors, a little jar to collect seeds in as I go, and labels in case I need those. So anyway, you know, just if you're old and you know, want to learn some new tips, it's possible to actually still learn new things. I think with gardening, that's one of the things that I really like about it is I can always grow something new, learn how to better grow things that I've grown for years. And so gardening is like it represents hope, hope for the future and, you know, the hope of better things to come. I hear an airplane overhead. I see a hummingbird. They're still around. That's nice. And anyway, that's enough chit chat. I hope you'll join me maybe next week or the week after for another update from my organic Macon, Georgia garden. Thank you for watching.